What's going on, guys? So Google is giving us a huge boost. There's a new update. It talks about the product review update, product review pages. I literally was working on this morning and then got an email, went onto YouTube, saw some people talking about this product review update from Google, and I'm bringing you guys the information. This is gonna really help boost your channels, your website, so that if you wanna get in front of the right audience, I think this is gonna go a long way in doing that. So check it out. Let's jump onto my computer. This behind me is from Google Search Central. What creators should know about Google's product review update. This is rolling out this week and next. I just wanna go through some of the highlights. I'm gonna zoom in here. You guys don't have to see it. I'm just gonna kind of read it. So for those creating content, here are some additional useful questions to consider in terms of product reviews. And then at the end of this video, guys, I'm going to show you some good and some bad examples of websites. And I really think like we are the content experts on this. Think about it, between exercise equipment, shoes, assisted devices, there are so many things that therapists, PTs, OTs, SLPs should be producing content on. This morning, if you guys saw any of my personal profile, I'm working on a video comparing the QB to a less expensive Sunny like bike or whatever. It's half the price. I think double the quality, double the benefit. But everybody's going crazy about QB because they've got the best marketing and branding. So anyway, so back to this. These criteria. So we want to express expert knowledge. Hello, that's totally you guys, about the products where appropriate. Show what the product is like physically, or how, now it says, or how it is used, with unique content about what's provided by the manufacturer. What's provided by the manufacturer. So like when I talk about recumbent bikes, I always talk about how I want to look at the seat width, I want to look at the step through profile, I want to look at the base of support. Like there are specific things that we as therapists look for in a recumbent bike for a specific population, for a specific condition that nobody else is talking about. So these are the kind of expert things that we want to bring into our product reviews. Provide quantitative measurements about how the product measures up in various categories. So one of the things that I'm going to be talking about, like here's the QB, right? Here is a picture of the QB being used by an individual. What I want to talk about, let me get back into where I was, is how on the Sunny device, the length difference of the arm for the pedal. So it's going to be a bigger, this is slightly longer, it's going to be more range of motion through the knee. I want to talk about how this device can be put on a tabletop, used for upper extremity exercise to build standing tolerance. That can't be done with the QB. There's, the QB has a lot of ankle, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, not a whole lot of knee, not a whole lot of hip. So I want to talk about how the Sunny device affects the knee, the hip, and the ankle just as much, if not more. Like, again, there are specific things that we understand about these devices that nobody else understands. That is the content that we want to bring out, and that's the content that Google wants us to bring out. So explain what sets the product apart, just mentioned it. Cover comparable products to consider, just mentioned it. Explain which products might be best for certain uses. Let's change that to explain which products might be best for certain patient populations. So a 92-year-old geriatric who's 98 pounds might be looking for something very different than a 28-year-old CrossFitter who's 138 pounds, right? Male versus female, wider pelvis, wider hip base, wider base of support. Like these are all things that we want to discuss. Knee osteoarthritis, hip osteoarthritis, post-surgical cases, huge opportunities for us. Discuss the benefits and drawbacks of a particular product based on research. Describe how a product has evolved from previous models or releases. Like we can totally do this. And you don't have to own previous models. You can just Google search them, go back and see pictures. How has the Schwinn Aerodyne evolved over the years? Something like that would be great. Identify key decision-making factors for the product's category and how the product performs in those areas. So we can talk about cost, but we can also talk about quality. We can talk about longevity. So when I'm looking at something like a $299 QB compared to, I think this one was like $199 or $149 compared to a $29 little peddler that sits on the floor, I've got different criteria. If somebody is going to use this for 3 weeks after a knee replacement and then never use it again, I'm going to recommend the $29 bike. If this is going to be part of somebody's fitness routine moving forward, I might recommend the $149 Sunny, because I want it to be versatile. I want it to be upper and lower body. I want to have different uses for it. I'm pretty much never going to recommend the QB. I just don't see any benefit to it whatsoever. Let me jump back in here. Describe key choices and how the product has been designed and their effect on users beyond what the manufacturer says. So, like I said, these 9 criteria will put hundreds of dollars in your bank account, because literally, I'm going to create this on a Word doc or a Google doc. I'm going to go ahead and kind of have a checklist. And when I create my next post, I'm going to literally go through this and make sure I hit every single one of these points. I'm going to use this to frame my video content, because remember, if I'm doing product reviews, I'm also going to do video product reviews that get embedded into my blog posts. But I am so pumped up about this release right now. This is what's going to catapult your website from page 47 on Google organic search to #1. So let's take a look. Now, you guys know I'm in the total knee replacement niche. If I come here for Google search term, best recumbent bike after a knee replacement. As I scroll down, the first one is this physical therapy product reviews. Now, these guys do a good job. You know, they probably have, certainly they have a powerful, high authority website. As I scroll down, best recumbent bike after a total knee replacement surgery. They've got a table of contents right here. This is the same plugin that I use on my site. And then they start going through a narrative. They have a table. They have price comparisons. They have ratings. They have information about the medical condition, right? What is osteoarthritis? They have an embedded video about osteoarthritis. They have multiple embedded videos, partial knee replacement, total knee. I mean, this is a solid example to copy. What they don't have is this isn't written by a physical therapist. This isn't written by somebody who's treating patients after a total knee replacement. This is great content, but it doesn't have the perspective that you guys bring to it. I was jumping down. Now they have a couple, you know, resources, disclaimer. But I don't necessarily see author information, but I'm not really looking too deeply into it. So let's go back and let's scroll down just a little bit. Now, I haven't looked at some of these. Your recumbent bike. So 3 best recumbent bikes for bad knees. Let's take a look at what this does. Table of contents again, little information above the fold. We come down in here, features, then we just run into, you know, pretty much like pros and cons, beautifully designed, great experience in terms of smooth ride. Pretty generic stuff. I wouldn't necessarily say any of this brings that much information, new content, but it's not bad. Still did a good job. Let's scroll down a little further. Here are 2 of my websites. Is a recumbent bike good for knee replacement? How to use a stationary bike? Then we come into Pinterest, and so we pretty much lose focus once we get down into my stuff. Another one that I was looking at, and then I'll wrap this video up for you guys. Best shoes to wear after knee replacement surgery. I'm going to pull that one out. And then if we take a look, so we've got, you know, some information kind of formatted a little bit funky here, best walking shoes. And then it really just starts listing out these shoes. but it's not giving us much. Even this, pros and cons, are pretty much useless. I mean, there's just no good useful information in this. There's no embedded videos. There's no original photos or artwork or anything. You know, so this to me would be an example of a pretty useless website. Now they do get into the surgery, shoes and recovery time, features. So I guess it does bring a little bit in there, but this is the #1 ranking. Oh wait, was it? No, here, Healthline. Let's take a look at what's ranked #1 right now. Hate the pop-up. Pop-up is going to cost them, but Healthline is a beast of a website. How We Chose, picks for shoes, New Balance. So they don't actually have pictures. They just have narrative. These pictures on the sides are just paid ads. They're not related to the post. Puma, Gravity, Nike Air, Merrell. There's no embedded video. The takeaway. Then we get into stages of osteoarthritis. So they try to bring in a little bit of content. But again, I feel like this is, you know, you could do a better job. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. The goal of this is to hopefully give you some ideas, encourage you to start writing product reviews, start recording videos that review different products. If you've been following my content, you know that companies are making offers to me. Companies are looking to send me their product, pay me to do product reviews, pay me to produce video content for them. And I'm no better at it than you. I just put my videos out there. You can put your videos out there and you'll start driving that same traffic. So best wishes. Let me know if you've had any success. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.